Hello, everyone, and welcome to another live stream. It has been a series of unfortunate events that led me to tonight. Fuck. So it's been a busy week with work, and so, like, I've been exhausted, to say the least. I've also been trying to get a little bit of video work done here and there, so I've been, working on the moveset changes video, which is going to be the next big one. It's very likely I'll get a review code for Atelier Marie. I'm really excited for that. So I'm trying to still work on videos here and there. But yesterday I went to go take money out of the bank, put my card into the ATM machine, and it was like, this is not a valid bank card. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll try the other machine. Card starts coming out, and then it goes right back in, and then doesn't give me my card back. So that's great. Excuse me. So now I can't do anything until tomorrow because it's a bank holiday. Yesterday, I decided to not stream because of Chelsea was going to an outdoor dance thing, and I was going to pick them up afterwards, and we weren't sure when the rain was going to hit. They were calling for like a downpour of rain at 9 o'clock, and this thing was over at 11. It's also like a half hour away, so it would have been a half-hour drive. So at the earliest, I would have had to end the live stream yesterday at 8:30. Which is only an hour and a half long. Probably not, like, terrible to do a live stream, but, like, I still would have preferred to do my usual 2 to 3, maybe 4 hours of live stream. And then, like, the rain stayed off, so I ended up picking them up around, like, midnight? 1 o'clock? 12:30? I can't remember. But it was late enough that they were able to experience almost the entire event. Which is great. I got lots of gameplay footage done. I got some housework done while I had the place to myself. Still stressed about the bank card situation, which was fun. But I'll at least be able to get that figured out tomorrow when I go to my bank. So that's fine. And then today, just before the live stream, we were going to make our usual cauliflower lentil soup, which is an entire pot of soup, and there was bugs on the cauliflower. Yeah, like enough to make us go, you know what? It sucks. We were like halfway through making this before we realized, and so the whole soup has to be thrown out. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear Chelsea, but we, like, soaked it in vinegar and water, like, we massaged it, we washed it, we did the whole shebang, but yeah. So that was fun. Chelsea's making up some hot dogs for us now, so that's gonna be supper. I was just gonna eat, like, pepperoni, because that's the easiest thing that I can go and grab, because, like, we decided to not to eat it at, like, 6:50. And, of course, I go live at 7. So it was like, well, I'm fucked. But anyways, that's been a fun journey for this week. I don't know when the hot dogs will be done. But I will probably take a quick break from gaming to go back to the full screen while I eat my hot dogs, because I didn't get supper. Hey, Coulter. I'm not doing too bad, with the exception of all the things that have happened. I'm alive. I'm here. I'm streaming, and I'm going to be playing some Dynasty Warriors 5 Special, which you know, I'm just excited about. I love this game. I am so happy to be able to play it once and for all. What do I think about Dynasty Warriors 6's story? I don't recall it as vividly as some other games, just because I don't like playing it. But it's not a bad story. I think the way they tell the story is pretty good. I like the fact that it's more over the top. That's something that I really like, because I think one of the greatest things that Sengoku Basara does is that it doesn't take itself too seriously. Even I was playing some for Sumeragi earlier today for gameplay footage, and some Sanada Yukimura Den, and like, even though I don't understand the language, I can still kind of understand the story just based on how they animate the characters and how the characters act. And you can tell that it doesn't take itself too seriously. I mean, Shingen stands on 2 fucking horses while he's riding them. Like, that is, in and of itself, doesn't take itself seriously enough. Also, hello, Andy Zilk? Andy Zilk? Andazilk? I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right. But today we're going to be playing through some Woo stories. I haven't really played enough Woo, and so, like, I only have Yu done, the Xiao sisters, Lumeng, and that's it. So we're going to start going down the list, and of course, I have them in the thumbnail. So we're going to start things off with our strategist boy. I'm gonna play on normal this time, though. Mostly because I have everybody's third weapon. You know, I did the thing that I did in the daily grind, and I got all of the weapons. So I just need to level up these characters enough so that they can take on the 4th weapons. And we'll give that. That is what I'll keep for now. And I have 1 bodyguard at level 1. And wait, yeah, I want the alternate costume, because I like playing these games with different costumes than what's default. I don't play very often with the default costume. I will play just for the sake of gameplay footage, though, because, you know, sometimes it's nice to, like, just have that visual of, okay, I know I'm playing as Lucian, Dynasty Warriors 5, because he's got the red costume, and it's, you know, like, it looks like his Dynasty Warriors 5 outfit. I do plan on doing reviews of the Basara games. I don't know when, because right now I've got a lot of other stuff in the works, but it is on the list of things to do. So don't worry, it's coming. Still hate Capcom for abandoning Sengoku Basara localization to this day. Oh yeah, I think if they had put out Utage, and then, like, between Samurai Heroes, Utage, and then releasing Sengoku Basara 4, I feel like that would have helped the series perform better. Like, I think that Sengoku Basara has a massive opportunity to make waves in the West, because, you know, it is super anime, and the fact that there's a a good crossover of, like, weeb culture and Muso fandom, I feel like we'd be able to see a good following here in the West for Sengoku Basara. Oh, I imagine we'll hear about Dynasty Warriors 10 at TGS. It has to happen at this point. It has to happen. Yeah, like, I don't know why Capcom just decided no. Like, they barely did the minimum requirements. Like, they bastardized the localization for Devil Kings, didn't release two heroes at all, didn't even release the HD remasters or the Wii versions. Then they released 3 over here, did a couple of animes, and then they were like, yeah, this isn't meeting our expectations, so therefore, we're never going to touch this again in the West. Like, if you look up the definition of giving up in the dictionary, you're gonna see Sengoku Basara. And Capcom. Oh. My hot dogs are done. Merci.
The buns are a mess.
That's okay, so am I. I don't know if you heard that, but Chelsea was like, the buns are a mess, and I'm like, yeah, so am I. So... I agree. I think that what they did with Samurai Warriors 5 should definitely carry over to Dynasty Warriors 10. I really liked the story of Samurai Warriors 5. Also now, just until I finish my hot dogs, welcome to my Ask Me Anything. If Yakuza can make a big return after the PS2 localization being insane, Basara can 100%. Like, any series can make a comeback. These are good hot dogs. We've got a little bit of smoky flavor to it. I was loving my time spent with Sengoku Basara. Do you think we'll get a Samurai Warriors 5 XL, or... I don't think we'll get any expansion for Samurai Warriors 5. I feel like Koei is done with Samurai Warriors 5. Which is depressing, because they supported Dynasty Warriors 9 into the ground. And Samurai Warriors 5 is arguably a way better game. We should have absolutely got more DLC. We should have got an expansion. Even if it was like a Season Pass 2. I don't fucking care. Samurai Warriors 5 needs more. Finish your glizzies? Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Oh, I do want a Samurai Warriors 6. The thing is, Dynasty, usually they go Samurai Warriors, Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors, Dynasty Warriors. So Dynasty Warriors 10 is the next logical release. It's definitely not going to be Warriors Orochi 5. The playstyles and the visuals of Dynasty Warriors 9 and Samurai Warriors 5 are too different. I think Warriors Orochi 4 was the first Muso game. Very nice. I need to still work towards that. Yeah, I think a Samurai Warriors 5 2 would be really cool. I don't know if they'll ever do that. I should probably put Warriors Orochi 4 on the next poll. Also, sorry if my eating is absolutely disgusting. I'm just trying to shove this into my throat. Oh, 3 is absolutely superior. But I did get Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate on PS4. So I do want to play more of it and get closer to the end of at least the story of 4 Ultimate. I at least want to finish the story on PS4. Because now that I have a PS5, it performs better than the Xbox One version. Oh, I'd highly recommend to at least give it another try. What was it that kind of stood out to you as, that you didn't like? I feel like an absolute gremlin just, like, eating this. Trying not to, like, make a mess, either. So I'm, like, leaning over my plate, and I'm like... Don't worry, it's almost done. This is all I got left. This is so much better than just eating pepperonis. Thank you so much. Started with Dynasty Warriors 8 and Samurai Warriors 4, so missing some. Oh, okay. I can definitely see that. Going back. Going back to Warriors Orochi 3, after playing a shit ton of Dynasty Warriors 8, that definitely hit me as like it felt strange to have to go back to the Dynasty Warriors 7 movesets, where a lot of characters were clones. Because some characters got incredibly, like, that much better movesets in Dynasty Warriors 8 versus 7. Not to mention the fact that not all of the DLC weapons were given to characters for 3 Ultimate. Like, I still find it weird that Cao Ren doesn't have his buckler shield thing. Ganning still has the chain and sickle. Like, I feel like we should have got the same weapons that appeared in Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires, because we did get Shu Shu. So, like, it makes sense to give all of the characters their DLC weapons and updated weapons, but apparently not. I did mention that in my review of Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate on PC. Because it was something that I didn't really mention in my full review. I'll go up here and take out this base first. Most of my friends are start. Excuse me. Now, similar to past live streams where I stream full-on stories in Dynasty Warriors 5, I'm going to leave it to the chat. I want to play through quite a few of Wu stories, so the only characters that I have finished are Zhou and the Chao sisters. So I'll leave it up to you guys. Let me know who I should play through next after Lu Xun. Taishutsu is one of my favorite characters, so he's a big tempting one, but Zhou Tai is also really fun in these classic games. And God knows I need to, like, I have so many stories to get through. And a lot of characters to level up, because I'm still trying to go for 100%, so getting all of the weapons, getting all of the items. I already have all the horses and orbs, so that's at least something that I can check off. Don't need to do that anymore. And I have a lot of grinding to do in other games too, like, a while back I upgraded my, PCSX too, so that I can play more PS2 emulated games. I have my PS2 unplugged because I'm trying to alleviate the fire hazard that resides behind my setup, which is the whole reason why I'm playing through Xenoblade Chronicles X every Tuesday, because, like, that is one game I want to make sure that I experience. And after last week's stream, and the story that happened there, I am super intrigued. I wanna play through the rest of this, because, like, that is the only game that, as long as it's not coming out to Switch, I'm gonna keep my Wii U plugged in. It's the only Wii U game that I want to play right now. I do still want to play Twilight Princess HD, and I want to finish Wind Waker, but at the same time, it's like, I can just emulate the GameCube versions of them. They're not that bad looking on GameCube, but, you know, I just want to finish Xenoblade Chronicles X, and then if, for some reason, I get the hankering to go back and play any Wii U game, I can just plug it back in. Like, it's not that hard. It's just a few more, cables than, like, the PS2. I wonder if choosing normal difficulty will be the downfall for me. Because I usually play on easy or beginner, my first playthrough of a story. Especially here when I'm doing a live stream, because this isn't the sole focus of my brain. I know I have ADHD, but that also means that I just don't pay attention to some things. Like how right now, my main camp is being attacked. But for those of you that have noticed a distinct lack of my favorite of the classics on the live stream polls, Dynasty Warriors 4, the main reason why that hasn't been appearing is because my disk drive has been broken for the longest time on my PC. And it was in part my own fault, because I upgraded the RAM on my computer because apparently there was some issues with my old RAM where half of the stick wasn't being recognized, so instead of getting 16 gigs, I was only getting 8. So I did, like I say, I upgraded, but I just got 16 gigs. It wasn't an actual upgrade from what I would have had previously, but it was an upgrade from what I currently had due to some random issue. When I opened the case up, my case is tiny as fuck. I need to really upgrade my case to something a little bit more spacious, because, like, when I went in to plug in these new sticks, I accidentally unplugged not only the disk drive, but the hard drive. So when I tried to boot up my computer, it was like, please insert the Windows disk or Windows key or whatever. And I was like, I shouldn't have to do this. So yeah, that's finally fixed, and I can play Dynasty Warriors 4 Hyper. I can finally play some of the games that I have physical, like, I have a physical copy of Oblivion, one of my favorite Elder Scrolls games of all times. And I recently found a physical copy of Skyrim Legendary Edition and BioShock Infinite, two games that I've been wanting to play on PC for a very long time. Oh, fuck. This is gonna be fun. Oh, come on. Fuck. God damn. Fuck off. Come on. And I swear if I... Yep. Fucking knew it. Fuck. There we go. The elephants are like the worst. on. There we go. Bought a soundtrack CD and realized I don't have a disc drive. Oh no. That was another thing, like, I realized that I didn't have some ROMs of some of the games that I own for PS2, and so without the disc drive working, I couldn't rip those discs. So now that I have my disc drive working, I can rip those discs, I can rip soundtracks. So, you know, I don't usually use music from my CDs in my videos. Usually what I'll do is I will just go to a game, stand in one spot for the music that I want, and then record that, render it out as an MP3 instead of as a video file. And that's what I use in the background of a lot of my games. Oh, I had already started. Oh well. Oh, Coulter! You almost got me. I was like that close to spraying my frickin' beer. Have you heard of Fate Samurai Remnant? I have. I have been keeping an eye out for more information. I was going to do a video on the trailer when it got leaked, and then I just didn't have the time. Because I had the Ruby Arrowfell review. I have an episode of Expanded coming out this coming Saturday. So, you know, I've been keeping myself busy, which is also why I haven't been super active on social media and in the Discord, because I've just been so busy, so tired. Hey, thanks, Hero of Chaos. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, you. Stop running away from me. I know you won't drop anything of use, but I just want to kill you. You fucker. Fine, just run around this base for the rest of eternity. Oh, so, last week, my stream last week for Xenoblade Chronicles X, I talked about how there was a comic book shop closing down, and I picked up a couple of cool things. You know, I got some Gundam, comics, not manga, comics. Like, they were just the chapters straight from the Gundam Wing and Endless Waltz manga itself, but it was still cool to have, like I can just pull one maybe out, hopefully. Don't want to mess around with Musha there. But yeah, I've got some Gundam Wing comics, which is, like, so freaking cool. Anyways, I went to the shop on my break on Tuesday. Almost forgot about that. But I went on my break on Tuesday. And then, I knew that I was going to come back before he closed for good that Thursday. So now the shop is closed for good. They've been around for about 25 years, I think. 24, 25 years. So it's been a mainstay of downtown Charlottetown. And he had like a whole rack of manga comics. And so, like, I grabbed everything that was on that rack, and I was like, hey, if you happen to be going through your stuff, because he was trying to, like, go through and organize it so that he can put it in storage whenever the shop fully closed. I was like, hey, if you're going through that stuff and you find more, I'll buy them all. Like, I really want to start collecting neat things like that, because it's... You don't see that sort of stuff anymore. It's really only Western comics that get those single issues now. Whereas in the West, we just get the full manga volumes. Anyways, went back there. He had more Gundam. He had Evangelion. Robotech. Got a lot of Robotech. And a couple of other really neat things. There was a comic about Wukong called Shin, the Journey of the Monkey King or something like that. Xin. Hey, Ernad. I almost said Emad. But hello, Ernad. It's going well. But yeah, picked up quite a few interesting things. Wait, did my bodyguard just suddenly become a dude? Because she was a girl in the last stage. Or did I pick a different bodyguard by accident? Hey, Shade! Yes, I am talking about Lightning Bolt. Apparently, Comic Hunter bought out all of his stock so he didn't have to put it into storage. So, that was probably, like, one of the best case scenarios. It's like two rival comic shops helping each other out. And I went into Comic Hunter and to pick up a new comic box because of all the stuff we bought from Lightning Bolt. And he was saying, like, it was probably one of the best rivalries. Like, over the years, they've tried to help each other out here and there while still, like, competing with each other to try to be the best comic shop. Which game is better soundtrack, Dynasty Warriors 8 or Samurai Warriors 2? Ooh. See, the thing about that is both have, like, this very different sound to it. Dynasty Warriors 8 is definitely more up my alley, because I like the rock more than the EDM kind of stuff. But both are, like, really good. Samurai Warriors 2 does have a fucking banging soundtrack. I do need to say, though, Shade, it's really cool to have somebody from Charlottetown in the chat. I honestly didn't think I had any viewers in PEI, other than my friends. Oh, and even then, like, most of my friends, Dynasty Warriors isn't their thing, so they don't watch my stuff as often. They watch the non-Muso stuff more than the others. I know there is a glitch with the bodyguard, and it is this specific type of bodyguard that sometimes they'll appear as a man, but I thought it was more based on the style of that bodyguard, not necessarily that, like, the healer bodyguard. Like, my favorite... I've said this multiple times. My favorite soundtrack from the Warriors franchise is Dynasty Warriors 4, which makes me even that much more excited to potentially play 4 Hyper next week. Oh, I wanted to kill him and get the stat increase. And then we want to try to also get as many kills as possible, because I want to increase my item count to 1 more so I can have the wind scroll on. Speaking of wind scroll, this is how my ADHD brain works. It made me think of Wind Scar. I really want to play an Inuyasha game on stream. What is it called? Feudal Combat on PS2? I know I do want to play Secret of the Cursed Mask as well. I've never actually finished that, but I played quite a bit of it back in the day. Samurai Warriors 2 soundtrack had a famous Japanese keyboard. Oh! That's probably why it's, like, absolutely epic. Like, a lot of the songs that were, like, remixes in Samurai Warriors 2 just had that much better harmonies and melodies going on. Oh. Take note of that. Like, I say that rock and metal is more my thing, but I'm really into, like, almost anything. Like, I'm not gonna say absolutely everything, because obviously I have my taste. Really, it just depends on, like, the backbeat, the rhythm, the melody. Like, there's certain things that I absolutely love. Like, nu metal is probably my favorite subgenre. I really like the second and third wave of nu metal, where we got to see stuff like Disturbed, Seven Dust. Trying to think of other bands that... Dry Cell is probably my favorite, but unfortunately Dry Cell is one of those bands that got buried thanks to a lawsuit between them and their label. So it's extremely unfortunate. Luckily, the singer from Dry Cell is now the singer of Stone Temple Pilots, so I can at least enjoy his voice in a different genre and a different band. But Dry Cell really, like, they hit the nail on the head with the feeling of what nu metal was back in, like, the mid-2000s. The mid to late. Like, that staccato rhythm sound with legato singing and a rhythmic second singer. Extremely great bass lines and drum. Like, it's all so good. If you search up the album Disconnected by Dry Cell, you're gonna be in for an absolute treat. I shared one of the songs on the music channel of my Discord server, and highly recommend go checking that out. I do have the CD, which cost me like $85 to order off of eBay, because, like, the only place to buy the CD was at their shows, because the lawsuit happened before the release of the album. So when the album was released, eventually the record label was like, well, we're not going to stock this in any retailer. We'll increase the percentage of royalties you get from sales, but no one's going to sell it. Did I watch the Zhuge Liang anime? You mean ya boy Kong Ming? I absolutely watched that. It was so good. I have some friends who really want to watch that, and they have said that they are not going to be watching it without me because they wouldn't understand a lot of the Three Kingdoms references. Like, there's some references that aren't just like them explaining the references. Some things are just like nods to certain characters, and like, just, it's so good. Like, we watched the first couple of episodes, and excuse me, when he was saying that, you know, he's seen Eiko perform 3 times, that was a reference to Liu Bei visiting him. So yeah, they want to understand those references. So they've put the show on hold. They're not watching anymore without me. Oh, the opening is an absolute banger. So is the ending. All of the music in Ya Boy Kong Ming is just perfection. Peak. Chelsea and I watched it all together. Yeah, that's the scene. Okay, so this is the model that's supposed to be a man. Why was it a woman in the first stage? Because for some reason, this specific model, that's why I have 3 of them. This specific model is a dude. These other 2 that are level 5, I've never seen them as women. So the fact that this one was a woman in the first stage is baffling to me. Ooh, excuse me. God, Lucian has to have, like, multiple stages in the dark. This is great. And, like, I complained about the darkness in Guandu on Dynasty Warriors 6, and someone was like, oh, just turn up your monitor's brightness, and I'm like, no. I don't want to have to go into my settings and change the brightness only to when I switch, because this monitor that I have here, currently it's hooked up to my Elgato, but after I finish this live stream, I'm gonna unplug it and plug it back into my PC. Because I am not going to work off of a single monitor like some pleb. And I don't want to have to change my settings every time I change my input. So far, the battles haven't been that bad, which is good. Oh, did I? Okay, I didn't get my new, my new item slot. Good. But I think part of the reason why this hasn't been so difficult is, well, A, I'm on normal, so I'm not on hard, though this is a relatively fresh Lu Xun. He's only gone through maybe 2 or 3 stages. One to get his third weapon, and then another to get some gameplay footage for the sake of the daily grind video where I mentioned that, you know, you need to play as him and Zhuge Liang in order to unlock Meng Huo. Would you consider Spartan Total Warrior a Musou-style game? From what I played, yes. I have it on the shelf as a reminder to play more of it. And kind of make a decision, and I might include it in one of the episodes of the Musou clone series. Which is another reason why I want to finish this moveset changes video, because I just really want to work on the next Musou clones. It's one of the videos that has been most requested lately, other than Sengoku Basara reviews. And when it comes to the reviews of Sengoku Basara, I haven't decided if I'm going to do an import report on each 1, 2, and 2 heroes, or if I'm going to do an import report on the HD collection. But I'll figure that out. There's a couple of Warrior-style games that you'll be surprised when I include them. You'll be like, I've never heard of this. Yeah, you're not gonna run away from me. Oh, excuse me. At least we're getting some good stat increases from these guys. This is what, the 3rd stage? Okay, come on. We're slowly making our way. I'll get to the center of the stage eventually. Should review the English games and the Japanese games separately. Yeah, that's kind of what the plan is. I'll definitely be doing a pros versus cons on Devil Kings, but then to review Sengoku Basara 1, 2, and 3, or 1, 2, and 2 heroes. I might do that all in one import report. I might do it as separate import reports. I haven't quite decided yet what I'm going to do, because the first import report on Samurai Warriors 2 HD collection, I did everything. Samurai Warriors 2 Empires, 2 Extreme Legends. Yeah, so I don't know if I want to match that or, you know... We'll see how I feel when it comes to that point. Because I also have to do an import report on this game. So when does Liu Bei retreat? Here we go. This ought to do it. Excuse me. And soon, Liu Bei will retreat, and I will be able to go after the guys in the top north, the northwestern. Yeah, there we go. There's the retreat. And of course, the only reason why I want to go after all of the enemies is because I want them stat increases. I at least want to go after all of the officers. Hey. You. No running. Guys, I gotta say, I'm so curious as to what Dynasty Warriors 10 is gonna be like. It's gotta be... It's gotta go back to the classic kind of style, because if it doesn't, I can tell it's just going to fail. And by classic, I mean, like, just the charge attack system. Similar to what we got, whether it's Dynasty Warriors 2 through 5 or 7 and 8. Like, we can't keep getting different combat systems. And I don't want the state combo system unless it's a mixture of the state combo and the charge attack. But I feel like that would be almost asking too much, because you'd have to make a full charge attack combo system around also having different states, different combos for different states. So it doesn't make sense to push the team to do that when you already have a system that's not broken. Like, if all of the characters just go back to their weapons from Dynasty Warriors 8, and you create new ones, if needed, for all of the characters that were introduced in 9, or, like, take the weapons that you created in 9, make movesets that are similar to the charge attack system, so that, you know, they fit into that world. Like, that's all you would have to do to make a really good game. And for God's sakes, give Zhou Sung his Warriors All-Star moveset back, because that was an incredible moveset. That was so much fun to use. We at least need something more than 9. 9 just didn't do well, in my opinion. I had more fun with the combat system in 9 than I did with 6, but it's still nowhere near as close to the charge attack system. Like, it just makes so much sense to, like, this. It's almost second nature at this point to just, like, press square until I want to finish my combo. And then there's different things to do with that triangle combo. I also think that, you know, adding a little bit of something else would be great, whether they extend the combos from, like, 8 to 10, or similar to what I said in my own Dynasty Warriors 10 video, to add a heavy attack, like a light, medium, and heavy attack. Excuse me. Want to try Warriors All-Stars, but it's like the one Koei Tecmo game that doesn't go on sale. It's tough. It does go on sale every now and then, but it's very, very rare. You really have to keep an eye on it. Was it on sale with this last? No, it wasn't on sale with this last Steam sale. And are you looking, Francis, are you looking for it on Steam or on PlayStation? Because if it's on PlayStation, that's never going to go on sale, unfortunately. For some reason, the PlayStation sales don't hit as well as Steam. Now, the game looks incredible on PC. It looks way better than on PS4. Though I would like to see what it looks like on Vita. Hey, no attacking me right after I finish my combo. Recently 100% of Warriors All-Stars? Nice. I still need to do that. Is this door open? No, it's not. But I have a horse. I guess I can't go through this door. Steam still, the PC version still looks and runs better than the PS4 version on PS5. Okay, come on, horse. There we go. If you mean still really bad, as in the controller mapping doesn't work, yes. Like, it looks fine, even though it uses the PS3 textures. The PS4 version running on PS5 is definitely the best experience for Pirate Warriors 3. And I expected that, if not a little bit better, on PC. Unfortunately, no. It doesn't run... I mean, it runs perfectly fine as far as performance, but graphically it does not please the eyes as well. If you're gonna get a Pirate Warriors game on PC, get Pirate Warriors 4. The only flaw that I've ever experienced with Pirate Warriors 4 is that some of the cutscenes might, like the pre-rendered ones, might drop a couple frames. In-game, never had any issues. I don't know if it can be fixed. I've never tried something to fix it. I can tell you right now the Steam controller doesn't work. Where, like you go into the Steam settings and you change the controller mappings, that doesn't work. I have heard that using a 360 controller specifically works. I can tell you right now my Xbox Series controller doesn't work properly, and my third-party PS3 controller doesn't work properly. But I don't have a wired 360 controller that works anymore, so that's why I upgraded to the Series controller. Which I would like to upgrade my actual Xbox One controller to a Series controller, because I'm still using the Day 1 edition controller that does not have it doesn't have a headphone jack, and it's not the greatest feeling. It definitely feels cheap, but it's cool to have an Xbox One controller that says Day 1 edition on the controller itself. It just happened to be the one that came with my Xbox One X. Come on, Liu Bei, just die. God damn it. There we go. Yeah, I have a pretty old X-Input controller, a Logitech one, so maybe it should be fine. Maybe! Oh, okay. So Pirate Warriors 3 is definitely the better experience as far as the story on a whole. If you're a brand new person looking to experience One Piece... Oh, excuse me. God damn. Pirate Warriors 3 is definitely the better one. Yeah, no Bluetooth. Let me see. I think it's on the top here. Yeah. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Yet, there it is. Day 1, 2013. I mean, it's a cool piece to have in the collection, but not super practical, considering, you know, it's an older controller. It's not necessarily meant to be super durable like the new ones. Did they support Pirate Warriors 4 as much as they did 3? They did! Like, they've got a lot of DLC characters for Pirate Warriors 4. Honestly, the DLC characters for Pirate Warriors 4 are incredible. I loved playing as them. I played as a few live on stream, and it was so much fun. I like, actively cannot wait to get to the arcs where characters like Cracker and Smoothie are in. Oh, Spawn, you're not always late. We're only a little over an hour in, so we've still got another hour or two to go. Oh yeah, like, Okiku is so much fun. Trying to think of the other ones. Kinemon is also fun. Like, all of them are fun. What am I saying? Pillar is also a lot of fun. I don't know if I tried Drake. Can't remember if I tried him yet. I don't think the DLC has any stages, no. But the characters are all so good. Was there any DLC stages for Pirate Warriors 3? I don't think there was. I think it was just costumes. Trying to think now. I think it was just costumes. But one of the reasons why you may not have heard much about Pirate Warriors 4 is because usually it's the publisher's responsibility to do promotional stuff, so it would have been Namco Bandai who did all of the advertisements and talking about Pirate Warriors 4. Oh yeah. I need to play more Fire Emblem Warriors. Like the original and Three Houses. Or Three Hopes. Because I haven't actually finished a single story for Three Hopes. Maybe that'll be a good good live stream for Tuesdays. Oh, I love playing as Shez with the twin swords. That's so good. I do also absolutely love Edelgard's axe moveset. Like, when she's the Empress, that is such a great moveset. That's probably one of my favorites. I would almost say that's probably gonna... If I were to make a list of my favorite movesets of all time, that would probably make the list. That was so much fun. Especially when you get, like, that maxed out bar and you're, like, flinging axe waves at people. So good. Oh, my back. I'm getting old, guys. I know everybody says don't get old, but goddamn, I can't help it. Three Hopes uses Byleth as an unstoppable Lubu enemy. You can play as Byleth, right? Because I would absolutely love to play as female Byleth. That's who I played in my first and only so far playthrough of Three Houses. Is I played as female Byleth on the Black Eagles, and I feel like I got the best ending. I feel like I got the best experience, and that's one of the main reasons why I don't continue to play Three Houses. Because, like, I played as female Byleth, romancing Edelgard. It was just so good. What's her name? Pyrrha? Is it Pyrrha? Oh my god. The foreigner character. She was like my second option for romancing. And like if for some reason I wasn't gonna get Edelgard, she was gonna be the one that I was gonna get. Like, I had already made my decision. And with the ending I got, with the story that I experienced, I feel like I got the best experience that I could get from Petra. Yes. I think I'm thinking of Pyrrha from Ruby, who is also a great character. But yeah, I feel like I got the best story experience, and so therefore, I have no reason to play Three Houses again. I have no reason. There's only a couple of characters that I have any interest in for the Golden Deers or the Blue Lions, was it? That's the next playthrough that I started, and I haven't made it to the time skip. I don't even think I'm close to the time skip. And, like, I have no interest in those characters. All the characters that I did have interest in, I was able to recruit through my playthrough of the Black Eagles, so, like, I literally feel like I got the best possible experience that I could get. Oh, I had a feeling that Byleth would take a lot to unlock. Maybe Three Hopes will be on the next freaking poll. So we already got Warriors Orochi 4, Dynasty Warriors 4 Hyper, Three Hopes, and I'll put 5 Special back on there. So we've got a stacked freaking poll for next week. Part of me is also tempted, because I need to do some grinding for some of the files that I have, for some of the characters that I want to mention in the moveset changes video. I've been tempted to change Tuesday to working on those character stories to at least unlock their full moveset, because whenever I talk about a character, I want to have that character's full moveset. I don't want to have, like, the beginning moveset for the sake of footage purposes. I know some people probably don't give a fuck, but I do. And it's my video. Decided to play Samurai Warriors 2, and I really feel really bad for Kanbei. Both Hanbei and Taking both died. Takekage both died from an unknown illness before he did. Oh. I didn't really pay too much attention to the story while I was playing through Samurai Warriors 4 too. Thinking of finally getting into Fire Emblem. Any recommendations? I want to start with the pre-awakening ones first. I am the wrong person to ask, because the only Fire Emblem game that I've actually finished is Three Houses. The other ones that I've played, actually, the one for Game Boy Advance, the one with Lyn as the character, that was a lot of fun. And, like, I used to do sprite edits back in the day, like, when I was much younger. Like, in my pre-teens, I used to do sprite edits. And I used to use the Fire Emblem sprites a lot for my edits. I would make Cloud using some characters and, like, other... Like, I would try to make characters who are not in Fire Emblem, obviously. But, yeah, like... I really liked the idea of doing sprite art, and when I went to play that, I had so much nostalgia for a game I've never played. So I think it's just called Fire Emblem. If you're gonna download it, download the ROM or buy the physical copy, I think it's just called Fire Emblem. Sacred Stones. Is that for Game Boy Advance, or is that the DS one? 'Cause Chelsea and I have a couple of the pre-Awakening ones as well. We just haven't really played a lot of them. Also, if you're looking for a casual experience, Fire Emblem Heroes is actually a lot of fun. I got out of it after a while, but I've been tempted to get back into it. Because I don't really do a whole lot of mobile gaming. But that is one that I've been tempted to get back into. I would also like to get... Like, I know it's just, like, mindless fun. But that's what I want in a mobile game. But I want a good match 3 game. Maybe one with a story or something. Sacred Stones is also on game. It came up after Lyn's game. Okay. I don't think we have that. I think we have the... Like, the one that's just called Fire Emblem. No more mobile games. I already have too many daily shit. Oh, see, that's the thing. I don't like mobile games that are, like, force you to do daily things. It's partly why I got out of Pokemon Go. And now my account is Chelsea's. And they get all of my shinies. But, yeah, I hate a game that forces you to do daily tasks. That's also why I kind of fell out of Destiny, even though that was probably the best one for me anyways, because it didn't slap you on the wrist if you didn't do your daily stuff. So if you decided to play a game, like if you decided to drop it for a week and come back to it, it's not like you were that much weaker than everybody else that has been playing it for longer than you. Like, you still stand a chance. You can still go through a raid and not be carried. Even if you miss, like, a month or two, you can still be a useful teammate in raids and stuff. It's just that you might not have the exact weapon that's going to make it easier. Oh, I know, I'm the same. I just want to catch Pokemon. Like, just let me catch Pokemon while I'm sitting on the toilet. That's all I want. Hey, Heart Under Blade. Welcome. Glad to have you. Hey. There are missables, I won't lie. You can tell it's someone you want to recruit, though. They're not a... What? Oh. I must have missed some parts of the conversation. I think you're still talking about the Fire Emblem games. Aw, man. Speaking of fighting games, I would love to play Pokken Tournament on stream. That's one game I actually loved from the Wii U. I even got the Pokken Tournament controller for my Wii U. And then when the game came out on Switch, I got that and the Pokken Tournament controller for Switch. Because it's actually surprisingly good. Oh, I should probably go and protect my commander down there. Stop playing when they started yeeting content. Yeah, I know. Like, that is so unfortunate. And, like, you got people out here, like, complaining about, Skullgirls getting censored with a patch years later, which I'm not saying that's a good thing, but there are definitely worse things to happen to a game. Like, look at fucking Destiny. I feel like the player base for Destiny should have absolutely dropped when they were like, yeah, we're gonna take content out of the game. Like, censoring costumes and animations and that sort of stuff, like, it sucks, but those are animations. They don't change the actual mechanics of the game. They don't change the actual content of the game. Meanwhile, Destiny 2 over here is like, yeah, we're taking away full-on maps and missions and raids. Just go fuck yourself. Give us more money. Like, I will constantly say, like, a game should not be censored. I feel like it shouldn't be up to the... Excuse me, it shouldn't be up to the consoles or the publisher. It should be up to the developer, whether or not something gets censored. And in this case, it was the developer that censored it. Likely to be more accessible for fighting tournaments, similar to what happened to Dead or Alive 6, which is only going to impact the actual player base, not the tournament player base, but whatever, we'll see how that goes out. But yeah, I am not on the side of censorship. I just think that some censorship is just worse than others. To be fair, Destiny player base did drop off, but it's mainly because the gear they made to replace all the stuff they removed was not great, so they had to backtrack on that. Oh, of course. Like, I have a couple of friends. In fact, one of the mods in the chat, Shin Loki, plays Destiny like quite a bit, and like, I know the game is still fun, and that's the unfortunate thing, is like, the game is still fun. The fact that they removed maps, raids, etc., it doesn't impact your daily grind, it doesn't impact your daily, like, fun, But it's still unfortunate that they removed content from a game, especially one that you would have paid for that content. Because essentially when it comes to Destiny, something like Destiny, where it's removing certain content and putting in new stuff, it's almost as if you're paying for a subscription at that point. You're just paying the annual expansion subscription for a game that's going to change, not expand. It's not... I wouldn't even call it an expansion, because it's just, like, they're removing something to include something else. It's hard to do something like Fire Emblem Warriors. Like, when you focus primarily on the original character stories, you lose a lot of the longtime fans of the series who want to see the older characters, returning characters, interact with each other. So it needs to be a fine line of, you know, working on this whole new original story while still providing the fan service that's necessary to bring those characters into the world. Forcing myself to use Dynasty Warriors characters even though the lack of hyper moves. That's one thing that I really do dislike about Orochi 4 is how much its combat kind of focuses on the use of hyper attacks. Because keeping your combo count is one of the most important things in that game. So, using Dynasty Warriors characters who don't have the magic to continuously keep up that combo is almost like you're working at a disadvantage. And that was probably the biggest thing that I disliked. Because every character should feel like they are useful enough with the combo that they have, with the move sets that they have at their disposal. Like, there should not be characters, like, sets of characters that feel like you're working at a disadvantage. Like, one character, two characters, that's fine. Because obviously you're going to have a character that's meant to be your weak character, a character that's meant to be your slow character. Things like that. Like, you're going to have those characters, but to have it where it's like, you know, none of these sets of characters are good to use with our combat system, that's just bad. I didn't quite mind the cloning in Fire Emblem Warriors as much as I thought I would. Not to say that it's good, but to say that it's not the worst. One more. Oh, and I didn't get a new item slot. No new weapon. But what I am going to do, I am going to take a quick break, grab some more water, and I will be right back. And we're back. Thought I pressed the button to go to my full face, but apparently I didn't. Alright, let's, I think I already checked all of my stuff, so... It's the final stage of Lucian's story. This song is good. One thing about Dynasty Warriors 5 is that I'm not a super big fan of the soundtrack. The use of like a drum machine kind of thing just wasn't really my thing. Like, I don't mind drum machines when they sound like an actual drum set. Like this one, the drums sound natural. They don't sound like they're from some superhuman going like... Like, it sounds like a normal drum beat. One that not anyone could do, but like a good drummer would be able to do. Like, I don't think good drums means like complex drums. Similar to like a good guitarist, it doesn't have to be a complex guitarist. It's all about knowing the mood and knowing what to do. Hey, Smiley! Felt the Pegasus character's style was a little hard to use. It is something that you kind of gotta get used to. I definitely felt that as well, and I think it's the same with Three Hopes. I think Darius should have been a playable character. And from what I heard, he was supposed to be a playable character. It's just that because of sales, they just didn't think it would be worth it. Which is very unfortunate. I think, like, there's a couple of things they could have done. They could have absolutely had Darius as a playable character, as DLC. He was supposed to be free DLC, even, from what I remember. And then, like, I know it was about a year later, but when Fire Emblem 3 Houses got announced, it would have been great to have Byleth and a Three Houses kind of map just included as a way to make Fire Emblem Warriors, like, bring Fire Emblem Warriors back into the conversation, while also just adding a little bit more revenue off of something like that. Oh yeah, the unlocking red hair in this game is super easy. I do plan to do a how to unlock red hair video at some point. Because I know a lot of people have asked me, like, how do I unlock red hair in this game or in that game? Hey. And the other thing is, you don't have to use Lu Bu either. Excuse me. You can use anybody that you feel is strong enough to... strong and fast enough to do everything. In fact, how to unlock red hair was going to be the first daily grind. It was going to be the first, because it was going to be like, well, you know, be sure to do this before you do any other daily grind, because having red hair is going to be it's going to make things that much easier for anybody. But I really wanted to do easy third weapons because that's something that was the first thing that I did when I got this. Well, first I played through Shahodun's story, because obviously. And then I maxed Shahudun out, and then I got his 4th weapon. And then I got red hair, all of the other horses, all of the orbs. And then I went for all the third weapons. And then once I had all the third weapons, then I like started maxing out other characters and going through stories and that sort of stuff. Oh yeah, Fire Emblem Three Hopes is like absolutely off the radar. Probably one of the worst post-launch supports of any Warriors game. Well, maybe I should make that, make a change to that, because I need to play more of Three Hopes. I need to finish it. I need to finish all of the playthroughs of it. Same with Three Houses. Well, if you got a 360, Francis, you can buy Dynasty Warriors 4 and Samurai Warriors 1. They are both backwards compatible on the 360. There is some issues with the save file. Oh. You doing all right, buddy? There you go. I don't know what just happened, but there are some save file issues with Dynasty Warriors 4. Sometimes I found that it would revert back to an old version of the same save file. So, as long as you're okay with doing things all over again, like, that is an option. Samurai Warriors 1, I haven't run into that issue when I was playing it on 360, but one of the issues that I did run into was with just some texture issues. Like, none of my bodyguard names were appearing. So there's just a couple of texture issues on 360 for Samurai Warriors 1, but other than that, you should be golden. Do you think playable members of the Han Empire could or would that not work with the canon? It's hard to say. Like, it would be nice to see some unique characters. Like, if He Jin was a unique character, that would be great. I think having more unique NPCs would be a benefit to the story more so than having more playable characters. Like, my vote would be to only have, like, a handful of brand new characters, one per dynasty, and then make a shit ton of unique NPCs. To me, that's going to make a more impactful story, and those unique NPCs should be playable. Like, they shouldn't be non-playable, they should just be unique generics. There we go, that's a better term for it. Did you play through characters said story or free mode? I did play through free mode, because I don't have to with Dynasty Warriors 5 Special. I said it in the video that if you buy Extreme Legends and play it with your vanilla, or if you're like me and you're financially unstable, and you buy a Japanese 360 and this game, you don't need to play through anybody's story in order to unlock those stages. So the moment that you start playing the game, you can go directly into going for those third weapons. But I did play through maybe a couple of stories before I actually tackled, you know, unlocking the third weapon for everybody. And then I did play through, I think I finished every story in Legend mode. Gotta replug my 360 to check it out. Yeah, those are the only Warriors games that are backwards compatible, which is super unfortunate because we did get Dynasty Warriors 3 and 5 on on Xbox original, not 1. And it would have been great to have those on Xbox One. Like, could you imagine Dynasty Warriors 3, 4, and 5 outputting natively at 4K resolution? Because that's one thing that the Xbox One X does with every original Xbox game that is backwards compatible. It will output at 16 times the original 480 resolution. I was wondering because I don't know how they choose characters to be in the next... Neither do I. Sometimes it's like fan favorites. Sometimes it's just like pulling... It feels like they're just pulling names out of a hat. Like, I think it has a... It's a balance between fame and notoriety. Like, they need to be a famous officer, but they also need to have notable moments in history. Like, they can't just be a one-off kind of famous officer. Which is why I'm surprised that Liao Hua has not been made playable. He has been in every... Like, he's the one that I recognize more often than not as a generic officer. Oh man, I'm just realizing. I have a Japanese Xbox 360. I also have a Japanese copy of Dead or Alive 1, I think. No, Dead or Alive 3 on original Xbox. And it should be backwards compatible. The only thing is, this Xbox doesn't recognize my Wi-Fi adapter. It's an older Xbox, so it doesn't have Wi-Fi capabilities natively. So I can't update it in order for it to have the patches ready to play any backwards compatible games. That's also why, like, this is the old school, I think. I don't think this is, I think this has changed. But even if I were to go to, like, the main menu, like, this isn't my actual Xbox profile. Which sucks. I'm not going to have the achievements for this on my actual profile. But maybe someday I'll get this connected to the internet and updated, and I'll download my own profile back onto this. Redo everything. Because with Dynasty Warriors 5, it's actually surprisingly easy to... get to where I am. And it's not like I would be against playing more of this game. Just an army of Lao Hua. Yeah, Dynasty Warriors 3 and 5 are not backwards compatible on 360. So unfortunate. And none of them are backwards compatible on Xbox One. Which also means that they're not backwards compatible on Xbox Series. Extremely unfortunate facts. Hopefully someday in the future they'll be added because, like, they're all great games. And what other Xbox original games? That would actually be a good video idea, but I'd have to plug my original Xbox back in. It's been unplugged for so long, I don't even know if it'll play. Because original Xboxes are extremely finicky. Luckily, some of the parts are easy to find, because like, they built the original Xbox off of a PC blueprint. So, like, something went on my old Xbox. I think it was my hard drive. And it was actually, like, a very easy fix for me to do. Surprisingly enough, as somebody who unplugged his disk drive and hard drive while replacing the RAM in his PC, changing the hard drive on an Xbox original was, like, the easiest thing for me to do. In fact, I think what I actually did, just to make things easier so I didn't have to go out and buy the hard drive, is I went and bought another Xbox One. No, it wasn't the hard drive, it was something to do with the power, I think. I can't remember exactly what it was. But yeah, it was a relatively easy fix, to say the least. They don't. Like, the closest we got to any remaster was Japanese exclusive. With Samurai Warriors 2 HD. Okay, listen here, Shinsai. There we go. Running away. Okay, cool. There we go, and we'll do this again. There we go. I probably didn't have to do that, but just in case, I didn't want to fuck around. Well, Crimson Sea 2 was never released on Xbox. But yeah, Crimson Sea 1 not being backwards compatible is a travesty, because that game is so good. I would love to see I would actually like to see a remake. I don't want to see a remaster of Crimson Sea, because the controls are definitely of their time. Like, it's this weird mixture of third-person and tank controls that would not go well today. It would be great to see them completely remake Crimson Sea with modern graphics and everything. Oh. Excuse me. It's been a long week, guys. God, it annoys me so much that you can't move the camera at all in this game. And PlayStation needs to get into, like, actually making their library easier for backwards compatibility. Like, I decided to, because I have PlayStation Plus right now because it was on sale, I decided to play some PS3 games, and my god, playing, like, streaming PS3 games is garbage. On a PS5, a PS3 game should look way better than it does. That being said, all the PS1 games that are being put onto the service, they look great. I haven't played a whole lot of them. It's one thing that I want to do, but time is another thing. I would love to play through Legend of Dragoon again. I've never finished it. I got really close. I was on the 4th disc, for sure. And I just never finished it. But I so badly want to. Like, I tried to get into Final Fantasy VII. I didn't get into it again until I was much older. But when I was a kid, and when Final Fantasy VII was the big thing at the time, I just couldn't get into it. I don't know if it was the fact that the RPG-esque, the turn-based kind of combat didn't really mesh well with me, but the active turn-based combat of Dragoon was just so much better. Oh, PS3. That's the whole reason why I want the backwards compatibility on PS5 to be so much better. Because, like, all PlayStation consoles have an incredible library. Like, the PS2 games that are available have texture issues on PS5. They don't on PS4. I did unplug my PS4 because, like, any of the PS2 games I want to play, I can emulate, if I really want to. But, like, the odd PS4 game that has texture issues, they're multi-platform games, so things like Senran Kagura, Estival Versus, that has texture issues. I can play that on PC. Fate, Extella, Umbral Star, and Link have issues recognizing save files. I can play those on PC, or Switch, or Vita. So that's why I unplugged my PS4, but the fact that the PS5 still has this many issues playing certain games that you can pay for on the platform is just stupid. Oh, the Dynasty Warriors Gundam series is great. Reborn? Oh my god. That character roster is stacked. Oh, Orochi Z. And, like, the other thing is, I think it's Samurai Warriors 2 HD is one of the options for Japanese PlayStation Plus, but not for English. Which kind of sucks, because, like, I don't know. I understand that licensing and putting that sort of stuff available in certain regions may not be that easy, but I feel like it's something that game companies should strive to do. Because even if they're just categorized as these are import games, they're not translated into English, here you go, people are still gonna play them. It doesn't matter if there's a language barrier. People are gonna play them because, like, it's either they buy and import the physical game to play on their physical console from previous generations, or you just let them pay for it, because they will pay for a digital version rather than having to import it, potentially have to pay duties or stuff like that. Oh, the graphics in this are beautiful. I actually got somebody, like, giving me shade, pun intended, for going so in detail about how one of the main reasons why I really wanted to play Dynasty Warriors 4 Hyper was because of the dynamic shadows. But the dynamic shadows in this are also matched with some dynamic lighting. Like, it looks so much better than playing it on PS2. Could get Samurai Warriors 2 2XL for your Japanese 360, but you don't get Empires like you do for PS3. Well, here's the thing. I actually did an import report on Samurai Warriors 2 HD Collection on PS3. The textures are different. Like, if you want a remaster of something, they have remastered Samurai Warriors 2. It's the only Warriors game to receive a remaster. And it was Japanese exclusive. For fuck's sakes. And it looks so much better than the 360 version. I wouldn't mind getting the Japanese versions on 360, but I won't play them because if I'm gonna play them on 360, I'll play them in English. God damn it. Fucking arbalists. Oh, god damn it. Oh. Give me my fucking stat increases before they disappear. Fuck. Now I need health. Great. There's none around here. Great. Fucking great. Don't you get Samurai Warriors 3 graphics on PS3? Yeah, it's practically the Samurai Warriors 3 engine. Like, it surprisingly looks good. It doesn't perform the greatest on PS3. Is there no vase next? Son of a bitch. I just want health so I can take out these people. And I think my bodyguard is dead, so that's good. I can't get healing from them. Nobody's dropping me anything. Fucking cheapskates. I'm playing this on 360. A Japanese 360, in fact. There we go. Boom. Alright, I'm back in the game. Double check Pirate Warriors 3 DLC thing. It's a bunch of costumes and 8 extra missions as a whole. Yeah, like, the one nice thing about the DLC for Dynasty or Pirate Warriors 3 is that, and I mentioned this in my review, where is... There she is. But, the DLC for Pirate Warriors 1 and 2 are no longer available to purchase on the PlayStation Store. So if you want to experience the DLC, the only way to do it is through Pirate Warriors 3. But I didn't know there was DLC stage... Oh yeah, they're in the, they're the island maps. They're, oh, what's it called? I forget the mode name, but it's the one with all the islands that you unlock, like, certain characters through. Anyways, the DLC maps are like, you must be level 100 kind of thing. Or level 100 is the recommended level. And there's some that's like, if I remember correctly, level 150 is the recommended level, but level 100, I believe, is where you cap out at. I know you cap out at 50, and then there's a skill that increases your level cap. But you need to unlock certain coins. Like, it's a grind, man. There we go. No. Today's beer is, Gahan Blueberry. This is terrible. Gahan Blueberry. It's an island, company. And it's really nice. It doesn't, like, it's not too heavy. It's a nice, light, feeling beer. It's a wheat beer, at least. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the differences between each type of beer. Like, I don't know the differences between an IPA versus a pale ale. All I know is this one's good. Their red is also really good. Alright, there's Lu Xun down.
乱世の勧誘も天下三分も乗り越えて勝ち取った孫悟の天下よ。どうかとこしえなれ。
Achievement! God, I'm so white. Thought I fixed the exposure on this to not make me look so fucking reflective. Alright, who do I want to play as next? I'm thinking Taishitsu. Or Shoutai. What do you guys think? Taishutsu or Zhoutai? Or Ganning? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm picking Ganning. I don't care. Go on normal again. I've been playing a lot more on normal when I'm playing these just for fun. It does still kind of depend on my mood. Like, if I just want to kind of have fun and goof around, definitely going more for easy. People are saying Taishutsu. I'm sorry. I do need to play through everybody's story. So maybe maybe next time. After Ganning's story. God, I miss this moveset for Ganning so much. Ganning with a sword is just... It makes so much sense for his character. I'm not a fan of the chain and sickle. The knives and six were a close. Like, they were almost acceptable. Oh hey, it's Taishutsu. Okay, come on. Again? Look at this. Look at this. I guess I'll get this rage token and get my red hair back. Like, going back to the conversation around Samurai Warriors 2 HD, like, even though I have Samurai Warriors 2 and can get 360 gameplay footage, or even PC gameplay footage, I'll still get the PS3 version because it just looks that much better with the updated textures. Also, the PC version is only in 4:3 aspect ratio, and, like, sure, the 360 is in 16:9, but the textures just don't look as good. I wouldn't mind if they kept the daggers, but would prefer the River Sword. This thing, to me, is, like, iconic Ganning. Ganning as a character has gone downhill since 5. In my opinion. Ganning fell so other characters could shine.
切り立ってんだよ。
あんたは親の敵相手に涼しい顔ができるのかい？俺はそれほど乱世に馴染んじゃいないんでね。
What? A Suicide Squad isekai anime and video game. I'm intrigued. Is it just Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy just driving around in Truck-kun, isekaiing other people? Because I could see that being a thing. Like, we're not killing people, we're bringing them to better worlds. Oh. I forgot his Muso isn't that great. There we go. Oh, my horse is all the way back here. At least one good anime news was Gundam Seed Freedom movie. Oh. I need to actually watch Seed Destiny. I was holding out for Funimation to do a dub of that, because they did redub Seed. And for the longest time, Seed Destiny was just the sub on their platform. And I don't know, I haven't had Crunchyroll in a very long time. Currently, right now, the only service that I pay for is High Dive. I only pay for High Dive and YouTube Premium, because I ain't having fucking ads when it comes to YouTube. Yeah? There's no real specific way for you to, or order for you to watch, other than, like, Seed and Seed Destiny, obviously, Wing and Endless Waltz. Like, there's some obvious ones, but as far as, like, which series should you watch after another, like, there's really no right or wrong answer. Sale sees with Naya, it's best for anime, all streaming anime censored. Excuse me. What is Naya, or Nya? Nya? There was one pirating service that I was using. I'm not against pirating if it's the only option, you know? Chelsea and I really wanted to watch Cyber 6, which for anybody who hasn't watched Cyber 6, fucking do it. It's so good. And I've heard that the comic is not quite as good, even though it's more uncensored. But yeah, I have used some pirating services. Oh, it's a torrent site. Okay. The site that I was using was just like, you can stream anything. Well, not anything. Like, I'm gonna guess that as soon as they're slapped with an NDA or something, they take down whatever is applicable to the NDA. So it doesn't have literally everything, but it has a good amount of stuff. The other thing, Red Animator, is I much prefer watching my anime dubbed. And it's partly because, like, I am a slow reader. My ADHD brain sometimes doesn't register everything that was said in the subtitles. Sometimes it doesn't read everything that was in the subtitles before it goes away. So, like, I usually go for dubbed. And actually, the website that I used for Cyber 6 has dubbed anime on it, so maybe I'll experience it someday. You know what would be great, actually? You know what would be fucking great? If we had some way to stream the Ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z. In the US, they got the Ocean dub for like the first season and a half, maybe the first 2 seasons, I forget, before Funimation picked it up in the US, but here in Canada, they continued airing the Ocean dub like right up to the end of the Buu Saga. Like, every bit of Dragon Ball Z was dubbed by Ocean. It was the exact same script and everything. It's just the Ocean staff continued to dub it for Canada and some other, like, European countries. So if there was a way for me to re-experience Kirby Moros being Goku, that would be great. And, like, some of the voices were actually better in the Ocean dub. I still stand by, like, Fat Boo. His voice was so much better in the Ocean dub than it was in the Funimation dub. Well, I've heard Christopher Sabat is actually, like, a really down-to-earth kind of guy. I have heard a couple of things about Sean Shamel. But Sabat, I've heard some good things about. And, like, he is definitely one of my inspirations when it comes to voice acting. Does the story of Orochi 4 Ultimate get good in the Ultimate expansion? It does. It gets way better. It doesn't get nearly as good as 3. And that's partly because 3 is just... It's just structured better. Vanilla 4 was... You can tell it was a rush job. And, 4 Ultimate, it's almost like they had the time to actually expand on the original story and dive into things a little bit more and focus on, like, a handful of characters rather than trying to give every character some representation. Like, that's probably the best way to do an Orochi game, is to focus on a handful of characters while giving every character one singular moment. Whether it's a side quest or a side mission, or, like, they're only important for one stage and then they become a background character. And like make it so that like you have your main protagonist, your main group. Like with 3, it was Sima Zhao, Ma Chao, and Kanbei. Like those 3 were the main protagonists of Orochi 3. And then obviously you had Kaguya and like a couple characters would come as you play through the story. But those 3 remained the main protagonists, and I think that's how Orochi 3 has such a better story than Orochi 4. But with 4 Ultimate, they primarily focused on the relationship between what's his name? The character that Loki was pretending to be. But it was Yukimura, Zhao Yun, and this character. God, it's been so long since I've played Orochi 4. But yeah, 4 Ultimate is definitely a more focused story, and therefore overall a better experience. I actually do love playing as Gaia. She's a fun character to play as. It's hard to describe because it's, as I said, it's been a while since I've played Warriors Orochi 4. Perseus, yes! Throat's getting a little dry. I forgot to drink water a lot today. The folly of a man who played games like most of the day. I got a lot of gameplay footage. A lot of gameplay footage. I do reuse gameplay footage from time to time, and because I don't want to use the exact same piece every time I mention a specific character or a specific game, every now and then I go through and I just wipe my gameplay footage and start from scratch for the next video. So because the moveset changes videos, I want it to be a bigger video. I don't want to reuse a lot of the same footage that's been used in other videos. I mean, yeah. Didn't they make Loki a different character, and he just plays almost the exact same, but he has like some slightly different movesets? Like maybe his normal attack string is the same, but his charge attacks are different? Am I remembering that correctly, or am I wrong? Hey, stop it. Excuse me. Got it. I forgot, we were still on Gunding's first stage. I didn't quite like Hades as from his moveset. Hades and what's his name? Ares. I feel like they could have been better. Like they're not bad, but they're like 8 out of 10s, where Athena is definitely a 10 out of 10 moveset. Did my bodyguard level up to 5? No, not yet. Oh well, we're gonna swap over to this girl that we just got with Lucian's story. Oh no. I've had some friends who don't take good care of discs, and it's like, I tell them straight up, you can't borrow my shit. I've seen you put discs on your coffee table, and then like data side down. No, it ain't happening. Oh, I know. Hades' scythe should have been the main weapon. Also, Odin's moveset could have been so much better. I can't remember Zeus's moveset. And this is one of the stages that I had gameplay footage of Gan Ning for. That, you know, if I need footage of Gan Ning again, I'm not going to get this exact same stage. I mean, you're not wrong. Ooh. You know, I'm gonna go back and get my horse and take out that officer that's on the lower side of things. This is one of those stages that I probably won't go for. Killing a bunch of foot soldiers. I know, like, Odin's moveset, if I remember correctly, it just doesn't have that, like, oomph factor that a lot of characters' movesets have. Like, you don't get that, that recoil kind of feeling from it. And, like, if you've got a strong character, they need to have that recoil, that feedback. I think somebody in my daily grind video said that they use this stage for grinding weapons. I could be wrong. Alright, Bruno Carr. Have a good night. Thanks for coming out. I'm just realizing. We could have a custom soundtrack going. I have all of my Dynasty and Samurai Warriors soundtracks downloaded onto here. I should include like some of my other stuff. Like I've got Shantae soundtracks. I've got the Scott Pilgrim soundtrack, though that one is sealed, so I'm probably gonna leave that sealed. I've got Persona 1 soundtrack, which is kind of cool. Fable. I've got a ton of video game soundtracks on CD that I could burn or rip onto my Xbox 360 and have in the background when I'm playing these Warriors games. I have been tempted to make a playlist on Spotify and have the Spotify playlist going while I'm playing these games. But that is definitely a trial and error kind of thing, because some gameplay soundtracks will absolutely, or some video game soundtracks will absolutely get you copyright claimed, while others won't. So, again, it's very much a trial and error thing if I were to do something like that. But if I'm going to stream any Sengoku Basara games, definitely gonna have to lean on that playlist, because when I streamed Sengoku Basara 4, Sengoku Basara 3, like there's a lot of like actual music, like artists' music, in like the ending, in the menus and stuff like that, like openings, which usually I like to sit on the press start screen before my streams start. I've started changing that because you run the risk of shit like that happening. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh. There's some good shit. I have some of this on my playlist in that I listen to in my car all the time. I have a playlist that's just a bunch of good vibe shit that makes me feel good, and this is one of them. A lot of Dynasty Warriors 4 stuff. Some Samurai Warriors 5 stuff, because that's on Spotify, even though other Samurai Warriors games are not. Hey, come on.
今回だけは譲ってやるわ。敵将討ち取ったぜ。その勢いに拙者も続こう。今度は負けねえからな。敵将討ち取ったぜ。時には引くのも戦略です。敵将討ち取ったぜ。わしの目に憎らしいやつ。勝つ負けるぜ。敵将討ち取ったぜ。
Oh, come on. This is one thing that playing on normal does make it a little bit longer to make it through certain stories. Oh no, my bodyguard died. There we go. All right. Well, folks, I am going to have to call it a night. I am feeling myself fading, and I can tell that I'm going to be sleeping soon. So, thank you so much for joining me during today's stream. It was a lot of fun. I am very excited to think about what's happening next. So, the poll for next week is going to be Dynasty Warriors 5 Special for Hyper, Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate, and Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. So keep an eye out on the community tab for that. If you want to keep the conversation going, it doesn't have to end with this stream. You can join the Discord server. There is a link in the description below, and you can join right now. There's a bunch of different channels for different discussions, so come on over and join in the fun. And with all that being said, had a really good time. Have a good night, everybody, and I will see you all in the next stream.